Yo, 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 god damn it. Is this thing on? I think it is. Hold up. Excuse me. Trying to get over a little sickness. But look at here, man. Welcome to the prescription. All right. Welcome to the prescription. And today, let me walk it back a little bit before I get to what's going on. Right? Over the last week, probably a couple weeks, right? I've been trying to find ways to execute my ideas. Being that I'm back in the gym now, being back in the gym is a humbling experience. In some places, you thought you were weak, but you ended up that you okay, a little stronger than you thought. And in some places, you thought you were stronger than you thought. You find out, you know what I'm saying, that you find out that you might, you know what I'm saying, you might need to strengthen up one side or the other. You might be stronger on your right side than your left side, or vice versa. You might need to strengthen some shit up and grow your muscular endurance back and all that good shit, right? So while I was in there, I thought about life and scales, right? Um, I thought about heavy, harsh realities of life, right? So through that, I created this series as a part of my normal get down on the prescription, right? The triple beam series. So the triple beam is a format about three heavy realities that are placed on a scale. Just close your eyes and imagine a scale. All right. And those three harsh realities are not to be judged, but they are to be understood in relationship to each other. So this is not truly about answers. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, I got all the answers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them niggas that'll say, I got all the answers to all the tests, all the everything in life. I don't have all the answers because who does? Right? We're all still trying to figure this shit out. You understand? But it's not about the answers, it's more about the weight. It's more about the balance. It's more about um uh the integration. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, the triple beam series, which sits inside of the prescription, is more of a reflective framework for weighing life's most difficult forces, right? So you can carry what serves you and release what doesn't. All right. In real niggas terms, like your granny used to tell you, like your mama used to tell you, like your uncle, your aunties, sometimes you just gotta let go and let God. So this is pretty much all about letting go and letting God, or some things you just need to let go of. This ain't really a religious thing. This is just a human thing. All right. Sometimes we carry too much weight and unnecessary baggage from the things that we went through in life. And some of this shit we got to let go in order for us to move forward. So that's what this is. And I explain, later about a bunch of other shit. But for right now, this is the second installment. The first installment was love, loss, and grief. Um, I I wanted to start with that because those are three of the things that I know I've been dealing with for a long time. And I think those three things, in my opinion, are not talked about in depth enough. Um, Yeah, I just don't think they're talked about in depth enough, in my opinion. So I walked down through there. All right. Love, loss, and grief. Great episode. It's on my Trill Pill digital page. I'll show y'all that once we leave here. You know what I'm saying? Once we get done with the business right now. But we all about business right now. So but for today, true, I'm about to say trill being. The triple being number 2, right? Pain, purpose, and power, right? Pain, purpose, and power. The 3 P's. You understand what I'm saying? Now, pain doesn't announce itself. It just starts changing the way that you move. You understand? You wake up a little heavier, you respond a little slower. Things that used to make sense don't land the same. And at first, you'll tell yourself it's nothing. It's all it's just fatigue. It's just stress. It's just, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. But life, you know, just like doing, what it does. You know, all the little sayings and shit that, we come up with all the time. But pain has a way of staying until it's acknowledged, right? Not to punish you, not to break you, but to interrupt the momentum you were using to avoid yourself. We're taught to keep going, push through, power past it. But sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop long enough to feel what's actually happening. Because pain isn't random. It's there for a fucking reason, right? It's there for a reason. It's not random at all. It's very specific. And when you slow down enough to listen and you start to notice something that's lying deep underneath it, a quiet shift in direction, a sense of the old way of moving won't work no more. That's where this begins. Not with answers, not with fixes, but with attention. So today, we're not rushing clarity. We're not chasing relief. We're placing 3 things on the scale slowly and honestly: pain, purpose, and power. Let's walk. Before we walk, though, let's see this throat ass intro. Goddamn, let's get it. Trill Pill, the prescription. Shit, bro, go in here to get some of this money. Let's get it. And just like that, we are back. So we're gonna start with beam 1. Like I said, we're not gonna be here for a long time. It's not gonna be no 2-3 hour long shit. I'm gonna drop this on you, and you carry with you what you may. You know what I'm saying? That makes any sense, right? So beam one. All right. Close your eyes. You know what I'm saying? In case you're driving. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes open if you're driving. But if you're sitting, if you're sitting somewhere, you know, just imagine there is a triple beam in front of you, like you see on the screen right now. This is a triple beam. All right. Now we're gonna work from left to right. You know what I'm saying? Because we American. That's how we do this shit, from left to right. You understand? And we're gonna go ahead and walk through beam one. This is a slow walk. All right. So I need your attention. I need you to walk with me. All right. Just imagine we on the motherfucking walk and we talking. You know what I'm saying? So pain rarely arrives screaming. You know, pain kind of starts, in my opinion, as a resistance. It's a pause before responding. It's a heaviness where enthusiasm used to live. A quiet thought that you can't really shake. Something's off. Like something is off. Like something is not, something fucking up your equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? Some people say you, you goddamn me chakras. Some people are like, oh, my chakra is doing whatever it's doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you just know something is off. Pain becomes unbearable only after it's being ignored. All right. Most people rush to label it weakness, ingratitude, and overthinking. Right. But pain isn't an accusation. Over these years, I've kind of learned that it's information. You understand? See, pain shows you where you've been out of alignment with yourself, where you stayed too motherfucking long, where you tolerated too much, where you silenced your intuition for the sake of comfort because you were hurt. That's why sometimes when we're dealing with something, when we're trying to escape from something, that's why some of the worst shit be the shit that we escape to. That's how people become addicted, or they pick up something, you know what I'm saying, that's they know goddamn well, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much cognitive dissonance at its best, at the forefront when you in pain, right? Goddamn well you shouldn't eat that whole motherfucking bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? We all done been there. You done been in pain. You over there pain eating. For all my depressed eaters out there, you know what I'm saying? I've been one of them. I ain't went too far to the brink. I'm still somewhat kind of sexy. You know what I'm saying? According to the ladies that I go to the gym with and around, I still look like I've been in the gym for a long time, or I used to be. And I say, I know, whatever. Anyway, the chips, the cookies, the motherfucking, sometimes for a lot of us, it's, the overconsumption of weed, is things that just builds the anxiety up. Shit that just doesn't work, because eventually you have to come down and face this pain, right? And that's what, even going back to the gym, is it's a pain that, like, you putting in that pain. It's gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. If you can't lift this shit and you try to lift this shit, guess what? That shit's gonna be on your motherfucking chest, especially if it's like a bench press or something. I almost seen them kill itself the other day. I almost killed myself the other day. Luckily, I got the motherfucker up, but it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Let's ease back into this shit. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is going to humble you. Pain is going to be there. And I always say this because I've lived it. I don't talk about anything I haven't dealt with or lived. Is when I was dealing with a lot of pain, I couldn't smoke it away. I couldn't drink it away. I couldn't fuck it away. Eventually, shit still hurt. You understand what I'm saying? Shit still hurt. So it's information. It doesn't want drama. Pain doesn't want drama. It just wants the honesty. All right. And before healing, there's listening. Before movement, there is a stillness. And over these past years, I guess the question that I have to ask myself many times in the mirror when I'm dealing with painful shit is, how long you gonna deal with this shit, bro? Or how long are you going to, because a lot of this shit is not going any motherfucking where. On the last triple beam, the last episode of the prescription, right? The first triple beam, the last beam of the first one was grief. Once you lose something, it's going to hurt you forever. So you got to figure out, how the fuck am I going to deal with this shit? Because it's not going nowhere. Now, you can choose not to, you know, excuse me, and just be piss poor, you know. Like I said, I kind of went through all little phases where I didn't want to fuck with shit, didn't want to do nothing, didn't give a fuck, just wasn't enthusiastic about life at all. Right. But I thank God that I have people that never let me sit there for too long. And it wasn't like no soft shit, like, oh, hey, it's gonna. No, it was like, say, my nigga, what the fuck are you gonna sit here forever? You can't do this shit forever, fam. Like, nigga, nah. Like, I know you hurting shit. I understand what you know, it going on everything and all that shit, mental health shit. And that's cool, but get your motherfucking ass up. That's the only way you're gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to learn how to transmute the energy, like that negative energy, into something positive. That's how this got here. That's how the Trill Pill got here. Just the foundation of it. I didn't quite know what the fuck I was doing, but I just knew, let me go back to the origins of what I used to do when I was younger. I used to write. I used to write a whole lot. Believe it or not, even though I stutter, I used to speak a whole lot. I used to be in plays and be in front of a bunch of people. Like, so this is kind of like, this is my stage right here. And having conversations with different people that I love in my life, it kind of felt like, damn, if I don't turn this shit all around, everything that they poured in, everything that they poured into me, fuck the platform, just me personally, will be in vain if I just sit here and give up. All the motivational shit that my family and friends done spoke to me, all the hard conversations I had to have with myself and God, everything will be in vain. All the information that I tell my kids not to do or to do, if I give up, what the fuck? How is that going to affect them? That's going to affect my nephew, my nieces, my immediate family, like my immediate, like. That's why I think about like the people that look up to me in a certain way. How is it going to affect them? So we can't give in, nigga. We got to get up and get going. So I had to learn how to turn that shit into fuel to fuel what I'm doing. And when I did that, we're gonna move on to the second beam as well. We already 20 minutes in, right? But when I did that, it stopped being about views. It stopped being about clicks. It stopped being about clickbait. I never been a clickbaity type of nigga, but it just stopped being about that. Even learning what does it mean to actually be a human being and still be attached to the real world in this digital space where niggas is not even being themselves. You got a bunch of niggas out here cosplaying as somebody else, lying to themselves, lying to the people that they fuck with about who the fuck they really are. Me, I kind of feel like, goddamn, it's quite audacious. You know what I'm saying? The audacity of a nigga to go through something and make it through something and not inform nobody that they love or loves them about it and how to do this shit. Whether it be your partners or your family, real conversations are there to be had. You got to find out how to seal in cracks and crevices because it's going to happen. You understand? Beam two. Beam two. Now we got beam one laid down, right? That's the pain. Beam two. It's the purpose. The purpose. You know, it doesn't arrive when things fall out apart. You know, it kind of arrives after the dust settles. That's why you kind of see when, you know, these mothers or people who lose children or people who lose anybody special to them, that's why you see them, hey, we're going to start this foundation because this hurt us and we don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to minimize the chances of this happening again for somebody else's family because we care that much and it happened to us. So purpose arrives from the dust settles. It also lies in the quiet after disappointment, in the stillness. I didn't even check my audio. I hope my audio was straight. But whatever. Shit, if it ain't, I'll re-record it. It ain't shit. But in the quiet, after disappointment, in the stillness, when the anger fades, in the moment, you realize you're not upset anymore. You're just clear. And where that pain wanted, the honesty, the purpose waits for it. It's going to naturally turn itself into a purpose. So it's going to wait for you to stop blaming everybody. It's going to wait for you to stop blaming God. It's going to wait for you to stop blaming things or trying to figure out how could you control things that you can't really control. Because pain is going to bring you to a place where you're going to be damn near crazy, if not already past it. It's going to drive you to the edge. When I lost my tea lady, I was at the edge. My brother was at the edge. My pops was at the edge. Everybody was at the fucking edge. Because she was the glue. She was the glue. So naturally, things fall apart when the glue ain't there. Either either you gonna let it keep falling apart, or you're gonna find out, you know what? I know she left some glue around here. Like I know she left some gems for us to keep this shit rolling. And that's what we've been doing. Sometimes we just gotta get new glue. Sometimes that shit never went nowhere, in my opinion. It's not in the form that we used to. You know what I'm saying? Like that we used to be. God damn it. We used to the Elmer's regular glue, the liquid glue with the squeeze top. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas came around goddamn with the goddamn glue sticks. You know what I'm saying? God damn. You know what I'm saying? That is how I kind of. I know it's a weird analogy and metaphor, but just deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It just in a different form. But we gotta be the glue now. We gotta be the ones that step in and fill those cracks. We gotta be the ones that continue a legacy that the person that we love left. Right? It's gonna wait until you stop blaming shit. It's gonna wait until you stop bargaining. It's gonna wait until you stop hoping things will return to how they were, because they never will. This ties into the grief part of the last episode. All this shit ties in together. I promise. And the purpose shows up when returning feels heavier than moving forward. All right. It ain't no revelation here, no fireworks. It's just calm. And it's an uncomfortable knowing, but it's necessary. Something that's in you whispers to you, like you talk to yourself, like you got that voice in your head that tells you, hey man, this shit ain't sustainable, fam. And you've been ignoring this voice in your head telling you this shit ain't gonna motherfucking work. It's not gonna work, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You keep ignoring it. Yeah, whatever. It's not gonna work. Everywhere you go, it's not gonna work. You still feel that same, you know what I'm saying? And eventually it's going to make you listen. And that's where the purpose, that's where it begins. It doesn't appear as clarity, in my opinion. It kind of appears as discomfort. With me personally, it appeared with discomfort, with what was familiar, right? I'm sitting at 30 years old. I always say this. I lived the whole life between the ages of 18 and 30. A whole life. A goddamn emotional roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Had kids. Had my first one when I was 18, 19. Was in college. Dealt with that shit. Lost my mother 2022. Got married 2023. Probably was a very emotional decision at that time, as I've been sitting with that thought. Whether, should or shouldn't have, but that's neither here nor there. I go in depth about that in this season for shit show. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, had two more kids, losing people, losing friends. Lost my grandmother also. A lot of shit didn't pan out like I thought it was gonna pan out. I had to find something else. You know what I'm saying? All that shit combined, lost my Uncle Leon. Shout out to my cousin Nikki, man. Lost my Uncle Leon. That shit hurt. All that shit hurt between my Uncle Leon and my grandmother and my mama. All that shit hurt. Along with the other shit that I'm, you know what I'm saying, just living, trying to figure out, young, married, trying to, struggling, trying to get it together, like we all do in our 20s. Everybody ain't got it all figured out. It's okay. We all know at this point, everybody was trying to figure it out. Everybody's still trying to figure it the fuck out. One thing we're going to do over here at the Trill Pill, this platform, we're going to get rid of these perfect ass niggas. Ain't shit perfect. And if you're a perfect person, you can cut this shit off right now and take your motherfucking ass wherever the fuck you want to. I don't want perfect people over here. We're only dealing with the people who understand, dealt with, had to come to grounds with life. You know, and nothing over here perfect. I think we need to, side note, we have to create space for people to say, you know what, damn it, I might have should never done that. But in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? Just space, not me trying to give nobody no answers. Not one of them niggas trying to give all the answers. I got the answer to life. I got the answer to this. I don't. My whole thing is, I'm not trying to give you answer to the questions. I'm simply trying to recondition a lot of us, even myself, to not be afraid to ask these real questions, whether it's to be to ourselves, whether it be the guy or anybody else that we care about. Like, we have to keep asking these questions, because this life, the way society is right now, going to make you think that being a real human being isn't normal. Having emotions isn't normal. In this digital age, this shit will make you feel like the thing that you're feeling, like as we should, because we're human beings, isn't motherfucking normal. And it's fucked up. That's where we're at, but that's where we're at. And we're going to deal with it. Now, there's two ways that we can deal with it, and I get back to this too, right? You can just play the game. Now, in my opinion, we all got to play the game to a certain, degree or level. We don't make the rules of this shit. We just got to figure out, it's kind of like playing basketball or just playing football or playing sports. Like, shit, 15 years ago, you could blindside the shit out of somebody. Now you can't. You know what I'm saying? You smack the shit out of somebody, catch the ass in the air. Hey, it is what it is. You can't. The game, the foundation of it never changes, but according to who's controlling the game, the rules go along with it. That makes any sense. Like, it just depends on where we're going future. That's kind of how I see it. It's an unfinished thought. I ain't fleshed it all the way out yet, but I kind of make a lot of sports analogies, and that's how I kind of see life too. According on who's controlling this shit, the rules are subject to always change. And when they change, you gotta either change with it or get the fuck out the league. That's how it is right now. Either you gotta change the way you tackle, or they're gonna put you out the fucking league. It ain't about the emotions of it. It's about the black and white. And in most cases, the green as well. But that's that. Different subject, different day. All right. But pain points to the wound. Pain is going to point you to a direction. Right? No, I said that wrong. Pain points to the wound. Purpose points you to the direction. The purpose, it organizes the suffering, and it takes the scattered pain and gives it somewhere to go. Right? Now that we're feeling this pain, you know what? Man, I want to do this now. I want to help somebody help themselves like I had to help me. Or like nobody helped me. I kind of had to maneuver my way, Euro step my way through life, and kind of had to bump my head a bunch of times. Maybe it wasn't in vain. Maybe you going through all that shit so you can be a help to others. You can't be so sour that an olive branch wasn't extended to you and you had to find out the hard way. So It's that whole sense of y'all remember when all them old niggas used to say the game made what people say that the game is meant to be sold, not to be told. That shit kind of fucked us up. Kind of fucked us up. Why wouldn't I tell my people the game? Or why wouldn't I tell my people what I went through so they can, you know what I'm saying? Like they can know, oh shit, if he went through this shit too, damn, I got somebody to talk to. Because especially for a bunch of us black men, we don't have nobody to talk to about no real shit. We're gonna talk about clothes and hoes and whatever the fuck, all goofy shit, but it's rare that you find individuals of your kind that's cut from the same cloth as you, and you can have the conversations that are uncomfortable. To be able to welcome uncomfortable conversations and make them feel comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations. It's tough. I know a lot of niggas out here be gossiping and shit. That's the influx right now. That's what we're dealing with as a society. It's popular and it's lucrative to be a grown ass man out here telling everybody business. It's fucked up. But like I said, we don't make the rules of the game. But at the same time, there is a few of us that still withhold the true essence of what was due to our tutelage, our knowledge, and the people who poured into us. Not saying that we, we're not perfect. But God damn it, I'll be damned, we don't motherfucking try to be. We're gonna try to get close as perfect as possible. We're gonna try to get as much money as possible because it's never enough. I ain't never seen a nigga look at the bank account and be like, oh, that's not, that's enough money right in there. I can just stop chilling. You know what I'm saying? I can just stop working. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much money you make, it's never enough. So you gotta keep finding ways to make more. Even the wealthiest people out in the world, even though they say, oh, they don't doing shit, they still doing something that makes them some money. All this shit is never enough. That's also a different subject on a different day. Stay tuned. All right. About shit being never enough. It ain't never enough, nothing. Time, money, energy, it's just never enough. It just seems, or at least it seems that way. We're gonna stay on topic right here. We already at 39 minutes more. I want to get out of here up under an hour, right? So purpose isn't ambition, it's alignment. All right. Like you stop asking why me and you start asking, what am I responsible for? You stop acting like, oh, well, woe is me. God damn, I'm pain in the rain. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? The pain, oh, it was just you know what I'm saying? And you start asking, all right, well, what am I responsible for? Those things that I'm missing, those things that I've, you know what I'm saying, as far as this pain goes, it's something that it's a good deal of, hold on, my mouth is dry as fuck. God damn. Hold up. Take a hydration break. All right, but look, feel like a pastor here. But look, it's some things that you can't control, but things that you can control, that is what you start becoming responsible for. Like you just stop having this woe is me type of attitude and you still start walking in your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that purpose is pain that's been given the path. The pain is still there, but now you're able to direct it. Like you're able to, okay, now we got the ball. Now we got to get it rolling. You know what I'm saying? You got the car. You got to put gas in. You know what I'm saying? Got to put tires on it. They try to build this shit up so you can be on your motherfucking way. Right? Now, beam 3, power. All right? Power. Power doesn't announce itself It waits until you stop performing. Power's going to wait till you stop being performative. You know, when you stop acting like everything is okay. Yeah, nigga, no, it's not. Everything is not okay. It's not okay. You know, sometimes you do gotta say your face, but goddamn, at some point you gotta have space to say, nigga, this shit is not okay, nigga. Shit's not okay. You know, but at power, um, it arrives after the explanations. I might say some whole other shit that doesn't make fucking sense. But power arrives after the explanations end, after the need that need to be understood. You know, the people pleasing. After you've been sitting off in that silence for so long, it stops feeling awkward. It just stops, you know what I'm saying? Like you just start getting used to it. You don't have a fucking choice. You know what I'm saying? But I I can remember this, right? The first time I started to enjoy myself. My whole life, I've always been around people. You know what I'm saying? I've always had some people to conversate with, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever that's in my vicinity. But once the divorce happened, it put me in the spot where goddamn, like now I'm out here by myself. I had to learn how to cope with not being without my babies. It wouldn't, it ain't, we'll leave the woman. It ain't about you, bitch. It's about the babies. That's some one thing women don't understand. It don't, bitch. It don't be about you. It don't. It it don't. Cool. It be about the babies. Different type. That's a whole different subject. Different day. We'll deal with that. But being without my babies, not being able to see them every day, not because I didn't want to, but because my life has been interrupted by some shit I can't control. And the more I try to control it, the more obstacles get pushed in my way. It's draining me. Not just me, but it's draining my accounts. Making me broke. You walking into an L. All that money you done paid for an L. Then you realize, like, I can't control it. You gonna end up not being able to take care of yourself. You trying to do this, but let's just say that you do get them babies. Where the fuck y'all gonna live? What the fuck you gonna drive? What the fuck y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just maybe this is just like that's a come to God moment for a lot of men that end up away from the babies and the child when everything starts to at least what I know. I don't know nobody that ain't trying to like I don't know no niggas that just don't love their kids and don't whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was our choice, man, no one did be business. You can go tell your ass whatever the fuck you can. Give us the babies. You know what I'm saying? How does shit go? But sometimes it don't work like that. And you gotta eat that. You know what I'm saying? So God has a unique way of isolating you just so he can talk to you. Nigga, I need you to do this. You over here doing this. And at first, I'm not gonna say I just listened to that. I didn't listen at first. You know what I'm saying? I got some ass the day after I got divorce papers. Went and got some ass. You know what I'm talking about? Look, I wasn't listening. I was, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't listening. But no, nigga, you need to just be alone, nigga. Like I need you to lock in. You got some shit that you're gonna go through, that you've been through, that you gotta deal with. And I need you right here because I also need you to do this. But nigga, you can't do this over here. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I need you to lock in, leave everything alone. And if you don't, I'ma strip it from you. And guess what happened? It got stripped from me. Why? Because I wasn't trying to listen. I wasn't trying to hear that shit. All right, cool. This won't happen. I'm gonna strip this shit from you. I'm gonna make it to a way where you gotta feel this shit, where you have to listen. I'm gonna have to sit you down. We gotta slow it down, nigga. The choices these next years are going not only going to affect you, but affect them and everything else in your orbit. And if you want it to be positive, I need you to lay it down, nigga. Fuck going keep trying to go for the Hail Mary. You ended up that's you gonna do some Carson Beck shit. We in the middle of the field. We got a minute left. You ain't got no time, ass motherfucker. We still got time to go down there. You just gonna get a whole game away. You keep throwing the Hail Mary. Nigga, all you need is these 10 yards and the clock gonna stop for you every time. I'm not saying that you got forever, but you got time. A lot of this shit ended up being like a 2-minute warning. We ain't got forever, but once we slow down and realize, okay, we can work this shit down the field in this allotted amount of time. And if we do it the right way, make the right decisions, we'll score. We'll go into the half or something, or we'll win the game or something, or we'll come back from something. We'll have a chance. You're fighting for a chance. And that's all God was trying to tell me. Say, my nigga, you keep throwing 30 yards down the field, but nigga, we just need the first down. Like we got time. You acting like we don't have time. The moment is bigger than you. Stop being selfish. Slow that shit down. Check that shit down, and let's walk you through. There's a plan already in place. You just got to execute it. And I need you here. I need you here. Right? So in power, there's no urgency. There's nothing to fucking prove. Just a steady presence, a grounded knowing you move differently now, not because the world changed, but you did. And that's where the power begins. You know? That's where it begins. We almost done with this shit. Where we at? We might go over a little bit out, but it's cool. All right. So um power isn't control over others, it's insecurity with leverage, right? Some people use power to control people, and that's not what power is. Like I just said, that's insecurity with leverage. People are insecure with leverage. They exhibit false senses of what power is. They're trying to hold some over your head, right? But fuck all that. That's that weak shit. Power is self-trust after disappointment. Boundaries without guilt. It's calm without performance. Now you know who you are because you're not fucked up before. You know what I'm saying? You done fucked up before and you made it back from that. So now you know the next time I'm not gonna do this shit. Next time I'm not gonna try to throw 30 yards down the motherfucking field if I only need 10 yards and the clock gonna stop. We got 4 downs, kicks, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got forever, but we got time. That's how I feel like that's how I kind of put life in a metaphor, in my opinion. Like I kind of make it like that. Like we ain't got forever. Eventually, the game is going to end. It's going to be all zeros on the clock. But for right now, we're moving down the field and you got time. Don't be afraid. Take the check down. Now, when the moment arrives, you might catch something on the scene. You know what I'm talking about? You might catch, hey, you might find something. You might create something that creates space. You know, you got to take risks. But for right now, when you're trying to get your shit back together, take your time. Move accordingly. Power is power is power is when your past stops negotiating your future. How do you think quarterbacks become like that's what and I know I keep going back to, you know, sports, but I love sports. That's something that I I might have learned more through life through sports. That's the way God allowed me to learn, you know what I'm saying, how I can kind of put this shit together. Everybody's different, but that's what makes good quarterbacks great like that's what like you got bad quarterbacks, you got good ones, you got great ones. That's what makes people like Brady great. Wasn't because he was perfect. You see how he ran at that motherfucking combine. He ran like he gonna sell you some insurance. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking like no prototype NFL quarterback, but nigga, the fucking greatest thing that ever touched the fucking field. Cause he knew, okay, shit, I definitely ain't fast, but I'm gonna tell you where they can't beat me at is my brain. My fucking brain. I'm gonna walk this shit down every motherfucking day. I'm gonna live, sleep, eat this shit. And even when he had bad games, he never had them, you know. He might have went through a little slump or something or whatever, but he always bounced back. Might have threw an interception here. Okay, well, goddamn, they got me. On to the next one. You know what I'm saying? You can't let that shit from your past hover over you and keep controlling you. You can't. You can't. It'll literally kill you. It'll kill you from the inside out. It'll kill you. The shit will kill you. It'll kill you. But that power doesn't shout, it doesn't dominate, it settles. You know, that pain no longer runs the narrative. And that purpose no longer needs validation. Power is the integration. Power, in my opinion, is when experience becomes wisdom instead of weight. To close this out, if you're moving slower right now, that doesn't mean that you're stuck. It means that something in you is recalibrating. Some seasons ain't all about progress, it's more about precision. It's about unlearning what drained you. It's also about noticing what no longer fits and works. And it's about choosing intentionally and differently. Pain asks you to pay attention. Purpose asks you to choose intentionally and differently. Power simply asks you to trust what you already know. When you look yourself in the mirror, do you know who you are? When you look yourself in the eyes every fucking morning, do you know who you are? What emotion comes out when you look yourself in the mirror? Like, I'm not saying just with total silence. Put your fucking phone down in the morning when you brush your teeth, your breath stinking. You grab your toothpaste, you look up, and you stare at yourself for a cool moment. What it like? What emotion comes out from that? And if you don't like that shit, change that shit. You already know who you are. You already know who you are at your core. You just gotta you gotta find him again. You gotta find her again. You gotta find it again. It's there. It ain't went nowhere. When I came back, got this apartment and all that shit. Yeah, it ain't what I want. But is it about what you want? It's about what you need. Giving you what you need. You still ain't satisfied. Okay, cool. Bet. It's people that are die for whatever, roof over their head, hot, cold water, the internet, just small shit that we take for granted. Small shit. Don't matter how big or small where you live at, people that ain't got shit, they'll die for that shit. They'll kill you for it. Oh, you don't want that shit? You think your car ain't shit? Think your little whip ain't shit? Or you think your little spot ain't shit? Well, cool. Let me have it. You stay out here with nothing. Come park your ass by the bench, nigga. Come park your ass by the grass, nigga. Come park your ass over here, nigga. Go stand over here, nigga, and ask for this. Go over there. You think your little shit ain't nothing? That's what put like. That's why I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I want the best. I want more. I always want more. I'm always strive for more. But at the end of the day, I'm good because I don't have nobody to prove nothing to. I'm gonna pull up at a fine eating establishment with my Crocs on because I'm ignorant. I'm not sitting in. If I was sitting in, I had different shoes on. I'm walking in, picking my food up and dipping out. Like Mexico Draw said, nigga. People staring at me strange. You know, came and got something to eat. People staring at me strange. Got these Crocs on my feet. Oh, for real. I'm in here. I don't give a fuck about. Look, I can't pick my. You ain't gonna even know who the fuck I am. Just know I came in, got my food, had a little drink at the bar while they can bring my shit. You know, bring my shit out. I'm out. I'm comfortable in that shit, man. I'm being comfortable, like for the first time in my life over these past 5 years. I'm comfortable with who I am, and that's power. It's power. It's power, man. Ain't nobody asking me to be something that I'm not. And nobody asked nobody to be perfect. And I'm gonna say this: we're gonna get up out of here because we almost at an hour. Actually, we are at an hour, but nobody that loves you for real asks you to be perfect. They just require you to be honest. Be honest about how you're feeling. Be honest about what you're doing. Just be a honest human motherfucking being, man. You know? Like I said, pain asks you to pay attention. Purpose asks you to choose differently. And power simply asks you to trust what you already know. Because you're not behind. You become exact. This has been another installment of the Triple Beam series. I don't know how many we got to go. I might drop off with this and come back with another one when I think about it. You know what I'm saying? I got a plethora of topics to get to for the prescription, giving you what you need. You understand what I'm saying? But this has been the Triple Beam: pain, power, and purpose. Power, purpose, and pain, however you want to flip it. Nothing rushed, nothing wasted. Carry what serves you and leave the rest. This is the prescription. And I'm the host of Trill Pill. You follow me wherever you go. The shit rolling at the bottom of the screen. We got our Twitter. We got our Instagram. We got our Facebook. We got our YouTube. We got our Kick. We got our Twitch. You know what I'm saying? We got everything these other fuck niggas is on. Cause we gotta fight the good fight. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, we gotta fight the good fight, man. You know, hopefully y'all are out there getting y'all some type of scratch, some type of money today, even if it's just $1. If you came on $1, that's a good day. You know what I'm saying? Something to add, you know, or well, maybe it's not financial. Maybe you just came up on a question that will lead you to some greatness. Even if I was able to iron out some wrinkles that you like, damn, that nigga good. That stuttering ass nigga, that stuttering ass ball ass nigga, that nigga be on some shit. You know what I'm saying? That stuttering ass ball nigga be on to some shit. You know, I do. Before I leave, though, I know I said we was done, but I do want to get this out, right? Today, I made a post. I'm going to pull it up over here somewhere. Where I'm pull it up at? Can I pull up Instagram on this own? I don't know if I can because I'm already on Instagram, one live, but I'll read it. All right, I'll read it, and I'm gonna get it right there because I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. I gotta pick my kid up. Pick my motherfucking son, my junior, man. Pick him up from school. Let me get this shit together real quick, man. We can go ahead and get up out of here. So, when you're desperate for leadership, you can easily be misled. My intentions have been clear from the beginning, and I let the work speak for itself. It's my pleasure to bring you content that facilitates thought, and thought requires resistance. And anyone promising comfort is suspect. I don't need followers. I'm building community. I know what I'm creating goes against the grain of where society is at this current moment. Erykah Badu said in a Variety article in 2023, don't be entertained to death. Stay focused. Focused on what matters. This world constantly provides meaningless escapes from life's unanswered questions, but never the courage to sit with them. That's where I come in. I create living think pieces for the hustlers and scholars and the doers of the world. And for those who still believe thinking is a form of power. I'm not here to give you answers. I'm here to make sure you don't lose your ability to ask real questions. Now let's get this money. First of all, bars, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I got bars. You feel me? But anyway, no, man, I felt that this morning. I wrote that this morning. I'm always writing shit, but I just feel like sometimes we get lost, especially for those of us who, like we don't want to do no whole ass shit for no motherfucking view. Like you ain't got to do no whole ass shit to get no view, get nobody to like you, or get no coochie, or get whatever you trying to get out from this world. Like it's still people who move and maneuver, you know what I'm saying? Like you should off in this world now. I'm not saying telling you it's gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? You might catch you a little lick or something, but normally when you go on the road less travel, it's gonna be a little harder. If everybody know whatever neighborhood you got, somewhere it's a patch of grass with a trail through it. And that trail has been walked down to the point where that grass don't grow no more. And you also know there's other parts around that trail that the grass still grow. You going where the grass is still growing. Your path is totally different from everybody else's path. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't out here doing no whole shit to get no views or getting no likes, or you know what I'm saying, being no coon ass nigga, or just being a weird or awful human motherfucking being, I want to tell you this. It's gonna be an uphill motherfucking battle. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight. It's gonna be thousands of pieces of content where you thought was the greatest shit on the planet Earth, where you didn't get what you want up out of it. And guess what? You gotta keep doing it and do it again. There's a sense of delusion that goes on with having a dream. Nobody tell me that. I didn't get that out of a fortune cookie. That I got that just out doing this shit. I love this shit. I love doing it so much that I keep doing it. People like, damn, nigga, crazy. That boy keep doing this shit, putting it in and working. That shit get 3 views, 4 views, 5 views, 6 views, 10 views, 20 views. I don't give a fuck. Because I know one day I'm not gonna motherfucking be here. And one day, these kids gonna look your ass up and say, I wonder what my daddy was doing on the internet. I wonder what you know what I'm saying? And when they look your ass up, what the fuck will they find? Hmm? I don't do this shit just because you know what I'm saying? I love doing it. And I'm learning how to monetize what I already have. But I want to get this shit straight. This shit right here will take care of itself. This platform is fueled by faith. I don't know about you, but we're going to find a way to get you some money, regardless. It ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when and how much. We going to get, but we going to get the shit. I love this shit. This brings me pleasure than anything I've done in my life. This brings me pleasure. Even more than coochie with a little hair on it. And boy, I love coochie with a little hair on it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man. That's my, you know what I'm saying? That's my shit. When I see she left a little hair on, I'm like, oh, bitch, you get the people's elbow. You know what I'm talking about? Choke slam, power bomb, F5, book in, tombstone. This shit right here brings me joy, man, because I know, um, I I just know what it's done for not only me but my peers, right? I know what it's doing for people who find out who I am and like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do a bunch of dope shit. You know what I'm saying? If you have an idea, you have a dream, you have a vision, put in that time. I promise you. I promise you. If you really love it, you're going to get everything that you want from it. I promise you. I promise you. At minimum, it's going to spark something for somebody else to start something. Like when I die, I hope somebody around me pick this shit up and keep going. They ain't gotta do it the way I did it. They ain't gotta say what I said. They ain't gotta do it how I do it, make it look like how I look like. But something that I'm doing, hopefully, is a part of the foundation of somebody around me to keep going and do whatever the fuck they want to do in their motherfucking life. Whether it's how they living, just how whatever it does. Pick this shit up. Don't keep this shit lit like the motherfucking Olympic flame. Don't let this shit die. You understand what I'm saying? This internet shit gonna be here way longer than we will. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But that's it. That's my time. I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. But hopefully you can take something from this, carry it with you. And I'll see you again. Look, it's about to snow. It's about to be 45 inches of snow outside. So we'll be back. You ain't gonna have shit to do but wash your ass, do some push-ups, and come watch the trip here. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Hey man, but look though, we got Twitter, we got Twitch, we doing it on all platforms where they keep real niggas, you know. Well, I don't say where they keep, you know, where they try to keep real niggas silent. But we gonna find a way to fight through this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, we everywhere. Yeah, that's it. Time for the outro. I'm gone.